Yeah, brilliant. I like the fact that there's people doing offs of the watch and then there's youngsters going out of the water. It's a great atmosphere to be around, you know, if you're into sailing, into your boat, it's a great place to be. It feels like your own little world down here with like everyone down here doing different things, and yeah, everyone is so welcoming, everyone's here to help you. So no, it's a great place to be, and yeah, I love it.
I started sailing dinghies when I was 5 years old, and since then I've been sailing optimists, lasers, qualified for World and European Championships, was part of the Portuguese Youth Olympic development team back in 2013. Done a few yacht racing and match racing, and now I'm here.
I think I've done about 2 weeks on a dinghy, a few sailing holidays, but apart from that I wouldn't have a Scooby-Doo about sailing.
Yeah, I do. I grew up sailing at my local sailing club and progressed on to dinghy racing and also water sports instruction.
When I was 5 years old, I first went onto the water with my grandfather, who's also a very avid sailor from down in Falmouth. He used to take me out on the Falmouth working boats, which I enjoyed, and I sailed right up until I was around about 13 years old.
I looked at the benefits of a shorter course, but I thought that doing it slowly and taking my time over it, making sure I got everything that I needed before I threw myself neck deep in the industry was probably the way to go.
I wanted to do more of a professional course. Obviously I've got a bit of water sports background, but I kind of wanted to edge away from that. I'd like to use that on the yachts, but I kind of would like to get onto a more professional scheme and actually make a career out of not staying in England, actually being abroad and being out in the sun.
I chose to come on the cadetship because this really ticked all the boxes and was really a good way to get into where I wanted to go and achieve my end goal with being a skipper of a J-class hopefully in the future and winning a couple of regattas.
I was funded by Seafarers, and the remaining part of the funds I had to sell my dinghy and get some money borrowed from my grandparents and parents, which I'll have to pay back in a few months' time.
I paid the first instalment by myself, just working 3 jobs, 24/7 pretty much, trying to get as much money together as possible. But Trinity House really helped me out by paying for my first phase, and I would not have been able to afford the course without their funding.
I worked quite hard leading up to the start of the cadetship, managed a pub, and I got some help from the Stephen Thomas bursary.
To be selected as a Seafarers Cadet was a massive privilege. There are many people that are going for it, and the fact that they saw something in me that didn't others was a really good feeling. And the fact that I can stand up from the crowd gave me a massive boost of confidence.
Lucky enough I was funded to do this course. I'm a Seafarers Cadet and therefore I'm partially funded. I was also lucky enough to get the Milo Hanlon bursary as well, which means that I can actually stand here today and do this course.